Alright, so I have made it my goal to do a review of every book that I read or have read. Whether anybody watches them or not, basically doing it for my own sake. So, last night, a friend of mine gifted me this big ass long box full of comics. All different assorted stuff. Now, I've said before that I only read trades. I don't like the flimsy individual issues. You can't put them on a shelf, they got no spine. But who's going to look a gift horse in the mouth? And this gives me an opportunity to experience a lot of different things, because this box is mostly not DC and mostly not current. I don't think any of it's current, actually, but it's also mostly not DC. So I was flipping through, looking for something to read last night. Figured I'd dive in with whatever cover catches my eye. I had noticed earlier there's actually a comic in there called Batman vs. Predator, and I was very excited to read that. But on my way trying to find that, I stumbled across this. I couldn't not read it. I was immediately enchanted. The eyes, though it's hard to tell on camera, are metallic and shiny, and all this blood is 3D. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Now, warning right now, in case anybody watching this is sensitive, there's about to be some serious gore. So, I'm used to DC and their square-jawed, big-chin classical heroes, we never kill, blah, 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 blah. I forget sometimes that other publishers don't necessarily play by those rules, and was absolutely blown away when on the 4th page of this book, a dude's face gets ripped off. I warned you about gore. It's pretty fucking disgusting, isn't it? I'll move the camera away from it. Turns out it was actually just some parasite that was attached to his face, but I'm pretty sure it killed him pulling it off nonetheless. So Wildstar is this guy. He's like black and white, and he says something on the first page about a symbiote. You know, sometimes I can't tell if it's me or the symbiote. So, although this doesn't take place in Marvel Universe, they must have a similar sort of symbiote thing. It helps give people powers. And I genuinely couldn't tell by the end of this issue if Wildstar was a good guy or a bad guy. There's this team who comes after him, and they imply at some point that they usually defeat him, which makes it sound more like they're the heroes and he's the bad guy. But he beats the hell out of them and then uses a time machine to do things, and it's weird. So I guess all of these guys have some kind of symbiotic parasite that gives them powers, and it's really, really gross. But I was intrigued by this. Plus, I got lucky. Unfortunately, there are no other books in the box, or at least not immediate continuations. But this is issue number 1. This is the first issue of Wildstar, which confuses me all the more. Why there's so much going on that's not explained. It really starts in medias res, and unlike what a lot of DC comics do, at no point does it go a few days ago and then introduce the character, reestablish their backstory, tell you who their friends are, who their enemies are. They're not really doing that for you here. I'm okay accepting that this is the first in a series, and as it goes on, they'll fill in more of the background, because right now we have no idea who this Wildstar guy is, what these symbiotes are, why these other people are after him. And then there's this other story going on with this businessman and his son, who by the end of the book meet up with Wildstar. And Wildstar knows the kid by name, but the kid doesn't know him, presumably due to, time travel. We've established is already a thing that happens in this book. And, yeah, it was weird, it was interesting, it shocked me, but now I think I'm going to be a little more prepared, because I guess I forgot at some point that not every publisher is DC. Well, not forgot, I guess just didn't realize, because I haven't read anybody but DC up to this point. Finally, alphabetized the shelf, by the way. Dun-da-da-da. Anyway, that's Wildstar, issue 1. Sky Zero, Born Under a Bad Sign, part 1. I want to say, I wonder if Wildstar is a spin-off from another series, like he exists in a pre-established universe. So readers would already kind of know what's going on, but now, this is the first of his own series where he's the star. Well, who knows? I'll do some Googling maybe and find out. I tend not to do research and just dive into random books and see what I can learn. Sometimes ask questions to people. I don't really like doing research generally. All right, peace.